Today, we are digging into something that causes a ton of headaches for business owners: how to keep your Google business profile safe from getting suspended, which, as you know, can be absolutely devastating. Look, it's probably the most critical local marketing tool you've got. But one wrong move, even an innocent one, could put the whole thing at risk. So the real question is, are you making one of those mistakes right now without even knowing it? Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. We're going to walk through the 5 biggest red flags that can get your profile suspended. We'll start with what I call location traps and the double dip. Then we'll get into some dangerous mismatches and risky updates. And of course, we'll finish up with how to stay safe and what to do if you're already in hot water. Let's just be really clear about this. Google is paying way more attention now than ever before. A simple, honest mistake, something that might have been totally fine a few years back, can now get your profile shut down overnight. It usually happens fast and with zero warning. Now, before we really dive into these red flags, I just want to say, if you're watching this because your profile is already suspended, try not to panic. The source for this whole explainer actually provides a free toolkit made specifically to help businesses like yours get back online. All right, let's jump into our first red flag, the location trap. This is, hands down, one of the most common reasons for suspension, and it all comes down to your physical address. If you get this wrong, you are on the fast track to trouble. The bottom line here is that Google insists on a real, legit physical address. So if you move and forget to update it, that's a red flag. Using a virtual office or a P.O. box, that's a huge no-no. And this one is key for all you service businesses out there. If you work from home, you can't show your home address on your profile unless customers actually come to your house for business. Google wants to see a real business location. Okay, on to our second red flag, what we're calling the double dip. I get it. It sounds logical, right? If one profile is bringing in leads, hey, why not set up a second one and get even more? It's a really tempting idea, but it is a really, really dangerous one. And this is where the real danger comes in. You might get away with it for a little while, but all it takes is one competitor who knows the rules to report you. And when that happens, Google doesn't just take down the extra profile. They can, and often will, suspend all of your listings. So the answer is to get ahead of the problem. Just stick to one clean profile for your actual business location. If you know you have extra listings floating around out there, you need to either ask Google to merge them into one, or, probably the better move, just delete the duplicates yourself before they bite you. Okay, so this next section covers 2 red flags that are really closely related. They're both about inconsistencies, mismatches that Google's algorithm is now actively programmed to hunt down. So, red flag number 3 is the legacy setup. A few years back, Google's rules were, let's be honest, a lot more relaxed. But now they're really strict, and a lot of older businesses are getting caught in the crossfire. You have to be totally clear. Are you a storefront, like a shop where customers walk in? Or are you a service area business, like a plumber who goes out to the customer? If it's the second one, you have to hide your address on your profile. And that leads us right into red flag number 4, the website branding mismatch. Remember, Google cross-checks everything. So let's say on your Google business profile, your name is listed as Dave's Best Plumbing and Heating. But then, Google's bot follows the link to your website, and the title on your homepage says Dave's Drains Inc. See the problem? The names just don't line up. And boom, that's the issue. To you, it's a small difference, but to Google's algorithm, this isn't just an inconsistency. It's seen as potential misrepresentation. Your business name, your main category, and what's on your website, it all has to match perfectly. Oh, and pointing your profile to a Facebook page instead of a real website, that's another big mistake. Now we're at our final red flag, and this one might be the most controversial. It's about making changes to your profile, and it kind of flies in the face of some common advice you might have heard. Yeah, the source for this explainer puts it pretty bluntly. You've probably heard SEOs tell you to add keywords to your business name to rank better. They might even say it's safe. But with how strict Google is right now, that is some seriously risky advice. So here's where the danger lies. Changing your business name, your phone number, and your main category all at the same time, that sends a massive shock signal to Google's system. The AI thinks, whoa, what's going on here? Is this profile being hijacked? And it often triggers an automatic suspension just to be safe. So what's the safe way to do it? Simple. If you absolutely have to make these big changes, just don't do them all at once. Space them out, make one change, wait a day or two, then make the next one. This helps you avoid sending that shock signal and keeps you off the AI's radar. Okay, that was a lot to take in. So let's wrap this up and recap the most important takeaways so you can go and protect your profile like right now. Here it is, your 5-point safety checklist. Number 1, make sure your location is 100% legit. 2, don't double dip with more than one profile. 3, go fix any of those old legacy setups. 4, make sure your branding is a perfect match with your website. And 5, if you're going to make big changes, do it slowly. And hey, don't forget, if you're already in the middle of a suspension nightmare, there is help. That free Google Business Suspension Toolkit we talked about is your best first step to getting things sorted out. Which really just leaves us with one last question for you. After hearing all this, it's time to take a hard look at your own profile and ask yourself, right now, is it a secure asset that's driving your business, or is it an unrecognized liability, just one little mistake away from disappearing?
Quantum paradigm, redefining possibilities.